Now let's talk about West Asia. The war in Gaza is spilling over and expanding. Israel's Ben Gurion airport was targeted today. A missile fired by Yemen's Houthis set off sirens near Tel Aviv. It was intercepted, but the message was loud and clear. The Houthis are escalating. This was their 16th strike on Israel in just 1 month. This attack comes after Israeli strikes in Yemen. Houthi leaders say they will keep firing until the war in Gaza ends. Israel has now agreed to a US-backed ceasefire plan, but Hamas is not yet on board. It wants Israel to commit to troop withdrawals and unrestricted aid. But Israel is still carrying out strikes in Gaza, and while a ceasefire proposal is on the table, peace remains a distant possibility. Here's a report.
The missiles are flying again. The Houthis have targeted Israel's main airport. A missile was fired towards Ben Gurion. Sirens rang out as Israeli air defense systems swung into action. The attack was intercepted, but the message was clear. The Houthis are not done just yet.
The Yemeni armed forces assure all our faithful and struggling Yemeni people that, with Allah's help, they will continue to fulfill their religious, moral, and humanitarian duty toward our people in Palestine until the aggression against them stops and the siege is lifted.
This was the 16th missile launched at Israel this month by the Houthis. The trigger, an Israeli airstrike. Targets in Sanaa were hit a day before, including a plane used by the group at the Sanaa airport. The Sanaa airport is important for the people of Yemen. It's critical for the supply of medicines and other aid. Within 24 hours, the Houthis responded in kind. And they're not firing at random, they are picking high-profile targets. Israel says most of these attacks have failed. The Houthi missiles were either intercepted or they missed their target. But that hasn't stopped the Houthis. Each time they push the range further. They pick symbolic targets to send a message, like Ben Gurion Airport. The goal isn't just damage, it's disruption and attention. This comes after the Americans ended their campaign against Yemen. This month, Trump announced a halt to US strikes.
They don't want to fight anymore. They just don't want to fight.
But the fact is, America was suffering heavy losses. The US started its operation in March. The goal was to stop the Houthis from attacking US forces in the region. The Americans spent over $1 billion on the operation, and they lost 7 drones and 2 fighter jets in the process. More importantly, the American operation failed to deter the Houthis. They still want to keep fighting Israel. The group says their operations will continue until Israel ends the war in Gaza. In the last 24 hours, over 50 people have been killed by fresh Israeli strikes there, even though there's a ceasefire proposal on the table. Israel says it has agreed to an American plan. It includes a proposal for a 60-day ceasefire and humanitarian aid channeled through the United Nations. But Hamas isn't on board yet. Hamas leaders see the US proposal as one-sided. To them, it protects Israel's position but offers no guarantee of peace. They want clear commitments, a full troop withdrawal, and unrestricted flow of aid into Gaza. Without that, a ceasefire seems unlikely. West Asia is still on a knife's edge as the war in Gaza spills across the region.